Hello, welcome to my ghost walkthrough of the Scholar's Hand. One of the more underrated missions of the last few years in my opinion. The briefing is in the description, but the short version is that we are after the artifact called, you're not gonna believe this, it's called the Scholar's Hand, and it's being held in a grand library in the mountain region of Benachdar, ran by the notorious Lord Arban. So, make your way up the mountain to the great library of Benachdar and steal the Scholar's Hand from under the nose of Lord Arban. Lord Arban's men will not dare venture into the nameless ruins east of the library. When you have claimed your prize, escape into the mountains through the ruins. We have some new toys to play with in this mission. Not that I will, but here they are. Seed of Fecundity, a pulsing organic seed infused with pagan magic. Causes spontaneous plant life to grow when thrown. This is like a mega moss arrow. It can cover almost an entire room in plant life, but it makes impact noise when thrown. Oil flask, bottle of flammable oil, throw to create a puddle and ignite with a source of heat. Not gonna be using that. Impact grenade, a grenade of volatile explosives that will detonate spectacularly upon impact. Yeah, that is true, it's really powerful. Vespid hive, a magically sealed hive of stinging insects. Throw to create an enraged cloud of them. This is really fun, but again, not really compatible with the Ghost and playstyle. We also have a sparker in our starting inventory, a clicker that generates short-lived but very hot sparks, used to ignite anything flammable, so like oil, or you can relight torches with it, I believe. I am gonna want at least 3 rope arrows, and my advice is to get a bunch of water, and spend the rest on moss. Now, I am actually gonna save right here, before I even begin the mission. And that's because it has a pretty annoying start. You are staying at the inn, and it's being raided by Lord Arban's men, who are after us, of course, but they are killing everyone. And right outside our room is a nobleman who is scripted to die, basically. But when he dies, he can yell, and that yell can alert everyone around. And if that happens, I'm just gonna restart the mission, because as we all know, sneaking around fully alerted guards is no fun at all in Thief, it's like they have their third eye open. So let's see what happens. Okay, if you thought you heard a cat just now, you are correct, my cat was demanding my attention. Now that he has gotten it, hopefully I can begin. Which reminds me, I'll be playing around with noise filters for this video. Might take me a bit of time to get the settings right, but it should be better, I hope. That's good. The nobleman died quietly, and that was a scripted remark from the guard. But the 2 guards who patrol this floor still have their senses jacked up. The rest of the guards at the inn shouldn't be a problem, though. Here is our first piece of loot. And let's chill here for a bit. Take a look at the map. So I really like this map aesthetically, and it even has an auto map feature, which is always nice. I wouldn't say it's very useful for navigation, because, well, it's a side view. It's not meant to be accurate, but the gist of it is that we have to go through 3 distinct areas. We have this garden here, the church, and then of course the library, which has a keep. And these 3 are connected by a pretty extensive mine network. And what makes it tricky is that the mission doesn't actually flow all that well if you approach it methodically, like try to clear out one area, then another. It's much better to weave in between areas, so you go on the surface for a bit, then duck underground, re-emerge somewhere completely different. It might make it a bit difficult to follow my route, but as always I'll do my best to show you all the ways that areas connect to each other. Now I'm gonna have to use a moss arrow here, because even though I only have wood and carpet there, that's not good enough. if I make just one step on the wood, they will hear me. That's how alert they are right now. Okay, good. A wanted poster. Wanted, Garrett. Numerous charges of theft and related crimes. Well, well, well. Have a coin stack here. It's nice to see Garrett is still going by Talbot. It's a nice connection. I've read your feedback on the readables, by the way. It was a pretty even split, actually. About half the people say they really like it when I read, another half say they don't really care. There was one suggestion I really liked, though. It was to summarize readables, even when I don't read them fully, which I think might be the best approach. And thank you, by the way, for so many positive comments on the last video. It was really heartwarming to read.
Over there. Noise. Hush.
Okay, let's see. I don't like that noise, but seems like we are good. Grab the purse from this guy.
What I see there?
And we're actually safe right here. Here's a sweet spot.
Who's there? Hello?
Here we have the innkeeper complaining about Lord Arban. Nobody seems to like Lord Arban. So I doused the lights here. Grab the two goblets, because this guy can turn around at any moment. And we are out. Got a couple of silver nuggets here, total 350. And let me actually make a real save. Right, so I mentioned this mission being a bit underrated, but other than a couple of things, I can't really think of why it wouldn't be too many people's cup of tea. I mean, the obvious one is that it's maybe going a bit too hard on the whole sandboxy design. We only have one objective, there are no secondary goals, no loot goal, there's not even a restriction on killing, and maybe it makes it feel a bit too directionless, I don't know. The other is that these early areas go hard on the undead, which I know are not everyone's cup of tea. This tunnel leads to the lowest level of the mines. I don't like going here, it can get pretty congested there actually. But yeah, other than those two things, I can't really think of anything else being wrong with this mission, and even then, wrong is like entirely subjective. I personally like the undead. Here we have what's called a shiny pebble. There are 15 of these, and we can use them in one specific area in the mission, so I'll of course be collecting them all. And yeah, for everything you can call a misstep, this mission makes up for with amazing atmosphere. It has one of the most beautiful skyboxes I've ever seen. And the lighting, ambient choices are just amazing throughout. So I don't recommend going there with a sleeping zombie and metal ramp, so let's jump here. Yeah, speaking of atmosphere, the atmosphere in the final area, holy hell, that's something else entirely. I'll be gushing over that when we get there. Okay, there is a shiny pebble under the table, but we have to wait for that zombie to pass, so in the meantime, let's go up here and grab this hammer. Note there is an attic over there. Not gonna go up there. And there is one other way you can get to the attic, which I'll show you. I thought I landed on the carpet, but made noise. Thankfully that zombie didn't react. There's a readable about the Hammerites complaining about Lord Arban, and I'm not sure if I follow the story 100% here. Was Lord Arban responsible for all the undead here, and some Hammerites being turned into zombies? I think that's what's going on. Okay, strafe run out of here. Land on this, because otherwise you can take damage. Secret bookcase right here. These are the catacombs underneath the church, but we can't get in there from here. And this passage also leads up to the church. And here is Shiny Pebble number 3. Don't recommend going this way, obviously. Loud floors, there is a hunt stationed right above. But if you go that way, you can also get to that attic I mentioned. There you can find a dead Hammerite and his last readable that goes something like, "Build a forgive me for hiding here, I am a coward," and so on. There are actually, I think, a couple of those readables. Like this one, for example. So yeah, the Hammerites were driven out here by Lord Arban. And I didn't mention it in the intro, but the briefing also says that the Hammerites are interested in Lord Arban's downfall, for obvious reasons. So now we need to get to that shed on the other side of the garden. The tree, by the way, is hollow, and you can rope up and down to that flooded area I went through. So this takes you back to the inn, and if you wanted to, you could also get to the garden this way. In the shed, there's Shiny Pebble number 4. And let's head into the mines, but only briefly. There's a note about some miners disappearing. That chest only has an impact grenade. This one has a silver nugget, and here's Shiny Pebble number 5. So this leads further into the mines proper, but I'm not going there just yet. Instead, we arrive at the church. Let's make a real save. So this area is a bit tougher. We have some haunts here, including the stationary haunt over there, who can be a bit of a pain. Or here is the stationary hunt I mentioned earlier. Get 2 silver coin stacks right here, and this just takes you back to this area. Now you can enter the church through the front door. It's doable, but I think climbing the church from the side is better. But it's still not very easy, because the surface here is sloped, and it's actually pretty hard to mantle here or here. Instead you want to jump over there, but Thief likes to drop your inputs when you jump from a sloped surface like this, so take a bit of a running start and just mash your spacebar or whatever your jump key is. That usually works. There's pretty much a dead end with a sleeping zombie, but we can access it from the other side. Right here, you wanna round the corner and just immediately stop right here. If that haunt is looking this way, he won't have time to spot you. And in here, we wanna use the window frame as hard cover. Like this. Now, we don't have to be super precise here, but you wanna shoot a rope somewhere over there, one over here, one right above. There's shiny pebble number 6, and now we're gonna jump from rope to rope. Once you're far enough, we don't really have to worry about that hunt. Unless you're playing Supreme, of course, or first alerts matter. Now I wanna retrieve this rope. Here we go. But the rope shenanigans aren't over yet. I also wanna climb here. Yes, another readable with builder, forgive me. Of all the things in this mission, I think the readables are definitely the weakest part, and the story in general, at least for me. There are some good ones, but for the most part, I don't really find them all that interesting. So here is the dead end with the sleeping zombie. So I picked up 2 pieces of loot from this room. Now I wanna drop down, and you can actually land on that hammer. It's a bit tricky. Do it like this. There is a shiny pebble number 7. And let's head down into the catacombs. Interestingly, when zombies first alert, they make a little stop, like you saw there sometimes. There's shiny pebble number 8. You don't want to go down here, because it'll just take you to this place, and you don't want to go down there either, because you can just jump over here and it takes you to the same place. Let's grab the rug and an urn from the chest. jump over. So yeah, that's just this. There's shiny pebble number 9. Another gold vase here. Some graves. I'm not sure if there's any significance to the names on the graves, but Father Terence has shiny pebble number 10. Here we go. Here is an artifact. And we have a mandatory piece of loot under the staircase, of course. A gold goblet. This is where we have to go eventually, so let's head this way. Now, this zombie is very unfortunate that he's here, because I'm gonna have to follow him. That's gonna take a while. This just takes you back to where we entered the catacombs. Pretty sure I could overtake the zombie and go ahead, but it's risky. We're a bit lit right here. Not as much as you would think. The light gem is barely lighting up, but still. There's a stationary zombie over there. There is a green vase. Another artifact right here. And here we go. So, I wanna use a moss arrow on that gravel down there. And I wanna shoot one down here, because we have to be pretty quick when we get down. There's a sleeping zombie. There is a gold goblet, which I wanna grab and get out. And he will most likely get up, but he won't have time to spot us if we're quick. So now, we're gonna tackle the mines. Here we go. Let's make another real save. There's lots of ways to move around in the mines. This will just take you up there. I will instead use a rope arrow. But before that, I have some business to take care of down here. There is a silver nugget, but also a lump of ore. There are several of these around. Most of them are completely black, but this one, as you can see, has white dots. That means we can process it in the rock crusher. There's also a lump right here. And one on top of this crate. That gives us 2 gold nuggets and a diamond. There is also a shiny pebble down here. A total of 11. That's the tunnel I showed at the beginning of the mission. It leads back to the flooded area under the tree. The one I said tends to get congested. At some point, I believe I saw like 3 zombies in there. This will take back down. Gold nugget here. And we have lots of gravel ahead. Which I'm not a fan of, especially when the surface is sloped. Even when creep crouching, there is a slight risk it can make noise. Another impact grenade in that chest. Yeah, I think we can speed up a little at this point. A good thing about the freeform nature of this mission is that if you don't like mines, then you can completely skip them. Unless you're going for all loot, of course. But you can easily just stick to the surface level. Next area is a bit tricky. Don't have to use a mass arrow here, but I think I will, just to be safe. Shiny pebble number 12. Another gold nugget here. And lots of ways to go from here. This will take you back to the church. You can even hear the hunts near the church from here. There is a fork in the road, but both paths will just take you to the church. And here is a nugget, and we want to jump on this. So this also takes you back to the church. This is where we entered, the church area. Still a nugget here. And the upper levels is where we want to go. But before that, gotta make sure to grab a shiny pebble. 13 in total. There is another one down here. Only one left. And we are basically out. You can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Just need to get past this zombie. Here we go. That's the keep. And we can rope up, but I'm not going to. There's the church down there. Pretty nice view overall. So you can also just scale this wall from the church and get all the way up here. This is how we're gonna enter the keep. But I just wanna dip in here for just a second. Flip the top right lever. Grab the final shiny pebble. And get out. Now get a load of this. Krixa no attack. Krixa need help. Krixa have many egg in tunnel. Egg need shiny stone for healthy spawn. Burn shiny stone and put in egg. Krixa reward. Krixa have many things men want. Return for reward when hear Krixa call. Few egg, Krixa give small reward. Many egg, Krixa give big reward. Okay, this is awesome. So, if you just want all the loot in the mission, you need only one shiny pebble. Just one. Put it in any egg. And Krixa will give you a tiara for this. So you can just stop right here. The rest of the shiny pebbles will just give you a mother load of supplies. So let's just use pebbles on all of them. You don't have to run back to Krixa each time. Here we go. Yes. I'll take the water arrows. Aww. Okay, Krixa. Have fun with your 50 kids. Okay. Let's make a real save. Okay, back to the dungeon. That's not an alert, by the way, that's just a scripted motion. He isn't very happy about the hole in the wall.
What's there? Nothing here now. Sir? Was that you? Oh, well. Guess it was nothing.
And someone shoved a diamond up this man's bumhole.
Don't know what it was.
Or did he eat the diamond to conceal it? That might be it. So here we have the note about them complaining about the hole in the wall and the zombie in the cell over there. Not sure why, that zombie seems completely passive, just staring at a wall. And now that we're getting to more human inhabited areas, the mission gets quite a bit tougher. We have lots of patrollers, interlocking patrol routes as well.
much coffees this morning. I'm twitchy as hell. Seems clear.
I was trying to jump, but the game ate my input. There we go. There is a piece of loot in this chest. And we're not gonna be entering the keep right away. We're actually gonna enter the ramparts.
Is that you?
Because there is a piece of loot right here, and it's actually preferable to enter the keep from above. And look at that skybox. Beautiful.
Oh well.
Pretty lucky timing with this guy.
Must have been rats.
I wanna douse this to make this corridor safe. Gonna be quite a bit more liberal with my water arrows from this point. If you don't douse the torch here, you can't hide in this corridor at all. And don't round this corner unless you want a fire arrow in your face. Instead, you can rope up here, and this is actually Lord Arban's quarters. So, let me knock him out, show you some readables and other stuff. So, here is a letter about Hammerites wanting to dislodge Lord Arban from this place, but he doesn't seem fazed about it. Some notes on the experiments, the scholar's hand, got a bit of loot here. And this. Very nice. There's even a pipe where the water comes from. Lots of thought went into this. But also, what's this? Now let's do it without knocking out Lord Arban. Grab the goblet, open this. He doesn't actually react to it being open at all. Gotta love that sound.
What was that? Should have known. Nothing could get in here.
And that's it. We don't actually need anything from this room. There are no quest items or keys. I'm gonna actually keep this open.
Oh well.
Here are some coins, stacks, and a journal, which isn't even mission critical, but I'll read it anyway. A fine night's sport it was, a chase out that fellow through Angvale Wood. His freedom I promised him, if he could but cross the river, but of course we let him off in the wrong direction, with naught but the shirt on his back. He's a bothersome lark most times. Fools wander a circle, or freeze, or stumble upon a bear, or down a wolves, before much sport can be had, yet this one proved right canny, and near vanish from us, before we pick his trail again. Makes it all the way up the riverbank, did this one. I fair think he would have tried the swim and all, and mayhaps even he could have made it, but for the arrow I sent through his guts. Best the master learn not of this one. His blessing be revoked ever so quick, would he to learn of this near thing. Any more as is like, we shall have to hobble them first, though the sport shan't be half of what it was yesterday. So I guess they're hunting people in the woods for sport. That's messed up. Good readable though. I've been kinda harsh on the readables in this mission, but I like this one. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna douse
Hello?
this torch.
Show yourself.
Not really to hide from this guy, more to gauge what's beyond this door. There are 3 patrollers, including this guy, and I really don't wanna wander out there without knowing where they are. Face. And we have some sort of a reliquary right here. It's just a bone. Finger bone of Saint Cavil. Guess that makes it valuable. That's a fake eye, we don't need that. And here... an altar, and an image of a skull. This guard should be back by now. Not gonna open the door until I hear him start moving, in case he does that 180 turn, like thief guards sometimes do when they resume patrol. Okay.
Someone there?
Nice. I think
Nothing there now.
I can follow that guy, but maybe not. I should be able to slip out now. Oh, a couple of gold plates in this room.
Must do nothing. Wood and turns. Something there.
And also some loot in the chimney. The way he turned there randomly, I thought I was gonna get busted. Here is a mission critical note. Jorbuk, I have already made enough exceptions to allow you to perform experiments upon the hand, but I draw the line at reducing security. All 4 energy conduits must remain activated at all times when the hand is not physically in the care of you or your men. I expect this test to be kept as brief as possible, be fully supervised, and the hand be returned to its pedestal with all 4 conduits activated as soon as the test is finished. If your men are complaining of the distance between the switches, this is good, for any possible thief would need to make a similar circuitous journey before they could safely grab the hand, Lord Arban. So we're gonna have to disengage 4 switches around the library before we can grab the hand. Got a couple gold candlesticks here. I can hear someone walking, but I can't tell if they're walking here or going away. Or stuck on this door. Okay, they're not stuck. Let's grab the 2 vases here and get out, because guard can walk into that corridor at any moment. You know what? I have so many water arrows. Why not? And here is the Grand Library. That's the hand right there. So let me just quickly get to a more shaded spot, or I make another real save. So the library is by far the hardest area in the mission. Also got lots of books with just the titles. I'm sure there are some references there that just fly over my head. But a couple of those are references to fan missions. And here we have some lore on the scholar and or his hand. Tablet right here. And here is the first switch. That leads you further to the ruins. We're not gonna use this path. You need to find a key and rope above a couple of stationary guards. It's a bit clumsy. Okay. I wanna make this room safe. Gonna douse that as well. So this is how we're gonna leave the library. It also takes you to the ruins. Got servants' quarters right here. I don't really remember the contents of every single one of these chests, so might pick up something I don't need, but whatever. Healing potion. This is locked. There's gotta be loot inside. There we go. Now I have a couple patrollers who can go through here. Wanna stay out in the open too much. Oh yes, the two chests here just have food.
Someone there? I don't know what that was.
So this guy trying to seduce someone. I suppose. So this has to be a reference to whispers below the cobblestones. Okay, here is a note about guards being forbidden from coming into the kitchen and grabbing snacks. He's gonna walk in here, right? Yep. There's a piece of loot in the sink.
Thought I saw something.
Gold goblet.
Must have been rats.
Okay, I heard the guy right above. Can't really afford to make noise down here. Now I can. There's a coin pair in here. Hey, I know who this guy is. Here is switch number 2. And we're gonna wait for whoever it was to come back. Okay, here we go. Got a key. So this is one of the Gaunt Brotherhood members. We read about them in a few of the readables. They are the ones performing experiments on the scholar's hand. What are you doing?
What's that?
Now we're gonna rope up to the attic. It's basically gonna take us into a bunch of rooms beyond this door. I wanna go through the door because it's all tile floor and the doors are locked as well. Oh yeah, here is my main contribution to the mission. In the first round of testing, this attic was completely dark, and I suggested to Nick that maybe there could be cracks in the ceiling so that sunlight can seep in, and he added them. Looks pretty nice. There is a corpse in this chest. Around here. flask, healing potion that I don't need. I'm pretty sure that's everything from this room. Really hidden coin stacks. And this is an interesting note, actually. Of course, it's just a lump of metal. Looking closely, one can even see where the mold lines were shaved down, so this is in reference to the scholar's hand, I guess, and perhaps it's not the amazing artifact we think it is. There's a purse in there. This key just unlocks this door. Same with the one we pickpocketed earlier, just unlocks the door for the room we've been in. Oh, that was loud. Hopefully he didn't wake up. This is the ruins key, which we don't need, and the note about the ruins. So there is something about the ruins that makes them spooky, apparently. Couple of con stacks right here. Oh, this has to be a reference to Whistling of the Gears and Brother Geraldo. There's here, and a bottle of wine. Down in the pool are a couple of coin pairs, but we'll get to them in just a bit. We come out on the 3rd floor. What I actually want to do is rope up to the 4th floor right away.
Someone there?
And okay, this guard
Seems quiet enough.
is having a bit of
Oh well.
trouble pathfinding.
Someone making noise?
Let's help him out. There he goes. Coin stack in here. Here's switch number 3, and the last one is on the opposite side. Okay, actually, I think I might wanna hide here for a bit. I don't remember if he goes into that room, or if he's gonna come straight for me. Yes, he goes into that room. Thank goodness. Else I would have to rip crouch my way back.
See something?
Okay, I thought for a second that he went into hunt mode with those irregular steps, but no. So here's the last switch. And this warrants a real save. Right, all we have to do is grab the scholar's hand, and we can get out. I'm gonna grab some more loot on our way down.
Someone making
Thought I
noise?
saw something.
Is this the same archer who had trouble earlier? I think it is. Couple gold candlesticks here. This is a reference to Gems of Provenance. Mission 4. No, not Mission 4. Mission 2. The Widow's Ire. Bottle of wine right here. There is a chest over there with a piece of loot. But this guy is gonna be looping right through there. I don't really like these little taps I'm making. There we go, the tiara. Again. Unbelievable. Okay, we don't want to go over there, there is nothing, and getting past this guy is a coin flip. He just turns around randomly. Here are the coins skipped. And a couple of gold books. There's also a gold book right here. And here's what I want to do next. Use a moss arrow down there.
Probably nothing. Always nothing.
Shoot a rope arrow. Drop down.
Seems clear enough now.
Okay, good. So we're basically done with the mission, but we still have to go through the ruins. Which, as I mentioned, is my favorite area in this entire mission. It's hard to describe why. First of all, there is absolutely no danger here. There are no enemies, no one. We're completely safe, but it's still tense. And even though it's not much to look at, the atmosphere is almost palpable. I think the combination of the skybox, all the colors, the lighting, the ambience, that just does it for me. The terrain here. Down, grab a couple gems. 52-20. That's all the loot in the mission. And here we go. Mission complete. In 1 hour, 10 seconds, got all the loot, 50 to 50, all 3 pockets and 2 locks. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. What do you mean the video isn't over yet? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so we're not quite done yet, because this mission also has a very elaborate Easter egg. It takes quite a bit of work to get it, which is why I decided to keep it out of my main run and to cover it at the very end of the video. The first step is we have to go back to the tunnel we took out of the library and into the ruins. There is something there we have to pick up. Although really the first step was actually collecting and using all the 15 shiny pebbles, so at least we've done that already. So there is a bunch of skulls in here, as you can see. Behind this one, there is a red skull. What do we do with this? Well, remember that pedestal with the image of a skull on it? What would happen if we took this skull and dropped it onto that pedestal? Let's find out.
What there? See nothing.
Thought I saw something. There's nothing. Make a noise now. Thought I saw something. Hello? Anyone there?
And nothing happens. Or does it? So now we actually have to go back to the ruins, and I'm not gonna make you watch any more backtracking from this point on, so see you back in the ruins. Okay, so here we are back in the ruins. That's where we picked up our last 2 pieces of loot. And now we can actually walk through here. And in case you're curious, no, you can't walk through there before you drop the skull on the pedestal. Don't walk over the grate, because it'll actually damage you. Instead, we have a shiny pebble. But wait, weren't there only 15 eggs in Crix's lair? Where do we even use this? Well, what if I told you we need to go back all the way to the start of the mission, all the way back to the inn? So yeah, once again, I'll just cut it here and see you back at the start. Okay, so here we are. Now we have to drop down into this pool of water, and I don't even know if you can see it down there, but there is an egg. And seemingly nothing happened. Well, now we have to go all the way back up the mountain to Crix's lair, so once again, I'll see you there. Okay, here we go. The babies are going crazy in here. Don't know why. Maybe because their mom doesn't let them play with this toy? Do you guys like Doom? I like Doom. In fact, most of my gaming last year was just playing custom WODs for Doom 2. I even thought of turning this into a Doom channel. But no. Not yet.
You can't dodge!
You can't dodge a BFG shot. So yeah, that's the Easter egg, the ultimate weapon of the Scholar's Hand. And because the mission doesn't have any restrictions on killing, you can go ham with it, even an expert. But just so you know, I don't think you need to do as much backtracking as I did to get it. As far as I understand, the mission doesn't actually distinguish between the normal pebbles we found and the super secret pebble, so you don't have to use the super secret pebble on the super secret egg. If you wanted to, you could just grab the first pebble you see and go back to the waterfall, and Crixa is just scripted to give you the BFG when you use all 16 eggs.
Just like that!
Hey Nick, I don't think BFG is supposed to be lethal to the user. But yeah, that's the end of the video, for real this time, so I'll see you next time. I don't know what I'll play or when, but hang tight and take care.